Hello YouTube, I'm back again today. And if you're anything like me, using Dueling Network, you've made an incredible amount of decks that just keep piling and piling up. And Vexicus 466 made a meta-analysis of the OCG about rock control or whatnot. Rock stun, yeah, that's it. And it reminded me that I made a rock deck myself once that I felt was very successful in the testing I did with it. Except this isn't a normal rock deck that wants to stun or control your opponent. It's about swarming. And I'm just going to go through the deck really quick and then give some explanations on some cards. 3 Evil Swarm Heliotropes, 3 Gymnite Crystals, 2 Gymnite Alexandrites, 3 Gigantus, 3 the Rock Spirit, 3 Go 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 Golem, or Go 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 Giant, 2 Go 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 Golem, 2 Mega Rock Dragon, 2 Magical Planter, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, 3 Release from Stone, 2 Rock Bombardment, 3 Common Charity, 2 Call of the Haunted, Return from a Different Dimension, 2 Anti-Spell Fragrance, and Starlight Road. And if you look at this deck, it may seem, well, I don't know what you're thinking of the deck, but some people may think it's off. Like some random vanillas and whatnot, but every card in this deck has a big point, and it plays a very big role. The point of this deck is to kind of loop using your field, graveyard, and remove from play zone. What you want to do is just have a rock in the graveyard, say Gymnite Alexandrite, banish it to special summon a Rock Spirit or Gigantus, and then use Release from Stone to special summon it back, and then use the monsters. And with that combo I said right there, you haven't even normal summon this turn. And then just get your normal summon in and use the monsters you normal summon to exceed into as many rank 4s as possible and beat down your opponent. So let's go into some explanations. Evil Swarm Heliotrope. This card is a rock. It's a vanilla and it's 1950, so it can handle itself over Thunder Kings. And then we have Gymnite Crystals. It's a 2450 beater, 7 stars, but you can special summon it with pretty much no cost with Gymnite Alexandrite. Because with this card, you contribute it to special summon 1 Gymnite normal monster from your deck. And this just happens to be a Gymnite normal monster. We have 3 Gigantus and 3 Rock Spirit. It's there to, as I said, work the release from Stone engine. And also Gigantus, it has an effect where if it's destroyed by battle, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. So if your opponent is playing massive back row, you can suicide into one of their monsters and just get rid of all their back row. And Rock gains 300 points during your opponent's turn, so that could help it from being destroyed and living for another turn. Go 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 Giant is an amazing card. When it's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 Go 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 monster from your grave. Unfortunately, both have to be put into defense mode. But it's pretty much a free rank 4 exceed. And also Go 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 Golem. Once per turn, if it's in face-up defense position, it can't be destroyed by battle. We have Mega Rock Dragon. It's a level 7. You can special summon it by removing from play as many rock type monsters in your grave as you want, and it gains 700 attack per rock monster you decide to remove. So if you're going into late game and you have 5 rocks in your grave, remove them and summon a 35 beater. But mostly I use it to go into rank 7s with a Gymnite Crystal. Magic Planter. This deck wants to draw as much as possible, and when you use cards like Release from Stone and Call of the Haunted, since the monster wasn't destroyed, they don't leave the field. So instead of just having that card sitting there, you can send it to the grave to draw 2 cards. Monster Reborn, staple, Heavy Storm staple, and Dark Hole staple. And if you notice, let's skip over a bit, I only play 5 traps. That's because I have 2 anti-spell fragrance. This is to slow down my opponent's plays as much as possible. Also, it can be a target for Magic Planter, so I can set this anti-spell fragrance, Magic Planter, and have like Dark Hole in my hand, play anti-spell fragrance, let my opponent set all their spell cards, use Magical Planter. Did I say Dark Hole? I meant Heavy Storm. Okay, let me continue. Use Magical Planter, send Fragrance to the grave, and then Heavy Storm all their cards. So that's pretty cool. Release from Stone. You select 1 rock-type monster that's removed from play, and you special summon it. Rock Bombardment. It's kind of like Foolish Burial, but for rocks. And you also get 500 points of damage in there. And you can also use it as MST bait. The 3 common charities. You draw 2 cards and remove a normal monster. So, say you have a Heliotrope in your hand. Use this card, draw 2, remove the Heliotrope. And then it can be brought back with Release from Stone. Call of the Haunted. Much like Release from Stone, but for the graveyard. Return from a different dimension. By paying half my life points, I can special summon as many remove from play monsters as I want. So, if I use this late game, I can use it to make big plays, or I can use it in a tough situation for defense, or something like that. And then for Starlight Road, I've run a lot of back row, and I want to protect that back row. And I also run a lot of monsters, so I want to protect those monsters. And sometimes I can use my own Heavy Storm or Dark Hole to summon my own Stardust if I need another monster. And now, let's go to the extra deck. Stardust for Starlight Road. Daigusto Emerald. If I'm in trouble of decking out, I can use its effect to return 3 monsters from my grave to draw a card. But I'd put it in here for its other effect. I can special summon 1 non-effect monster from my grave, so it works well with Crystal. Lava Chain. Mostly use this to send monsters to the grave, such as Go 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 Golem. Mind Stroke. It's a Book of Moon / Gachi Gachi. Steel Swarm Roach for things like Chaos Dragons. Number 69, Shockmaster. This deck can easily summon 3 monsters in 1 turn. And I don't run MSTs and stuff, so I can use this in case my opponent has Mirror Force or something, and call traps and protect myself. The 2 Kachi Koki Dragons. I am a firm believer that you want to get in as much damage as possible when you're attacking. So it's a good idea to normally attack with your 2 separate monsters and then Synchro or Exceed. But this card kind of works as opposite, where you can go into it first, attack, detach, and attack again. The thing is, you have to remember, though, it says attack once again in a row, which means if you decide not to attack with it after you've detached, you don't get another attack that turn. Vylong Disamaria, something. If there are trouble monsters, I can take my opponent's trouble monsters like Cataster, since I don't run a lot of darks. And then when I attack my opponent's darks, it's kind of like its own little Cataster. Utopia, because it's Utopia. Utopia Ray. This card has been known to get people out of so much trouble. Gymnite, because it's a rock, it's an earth, and it's a 26 beater. Evilsworn Ouroboros. This card is pretty much going to become the next Trishula, I believe. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and look up the effect yourself. And then for the 2 rank 7s, I have number 11 Big Eye, which allows me to take control of one of my opponent's monsters. So if my opponent is stalling out with Marshmallow, I can steal it. Or if they're playing Chaos Dragons, I can take their 28 beater or whatnot. And then Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, actually go into it by its first summoning condition of 2 level 7s and just get in there with some piercing. That's the deck profile. Tell me what you think about it. Comment, rate, subscribe. I need as much creative criticism and good feedback, or just feedback in general, as possible. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.